Other than money, what do millionaires have in common? If you look to some of the world's most successful people, you will see that they all share some similar traits in personality. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to either look and see if you already possess these traits or learn how to develop them. I'm Veena Jetti, and in this video, we're going to talk about the 5 common traits that millionaires share. In this video, let's talk about the 5 traits you need to become a millionaire. Now, a lot of people wonder, are these traits that millionaires are all just born with? Are they just lucky and they already know this? Or are these traits that can be developed and skills that can be honed? I personally think that it's probably both. Some people are born with this and can develop them and make them stronger. Other people maybe don't have it, but with hard work and dedication, I think that you can develop it and really gain and grow this skill set so that you too can become a millionaire. Let's dive in. One of the most important traits all millionaires share is perseverance. Co-author of The Next Millionaire Next Door, Enduring Strategies for Building Wealth, Sarah Stanley Fowler surveyed 600 millionaires and concluded that millionaires all possess a high degree of resilience and practice perseverance. This is something that's been really crucial and important in my life. And my mom's always said ever since I was young that when Veena gets a bee in her bonnet, she's going to make sure it happens. And that's absolutely true. One recent example I'll give you is our SEC attorney, who we pay a ton of money to tell us all these things we can't do. I always push back against him. And oh my gosh, he's going to totally hate that I'm saying this because I'm like telling everybody to talk to your attorneys and negotiate with them. But basically I'll ask him, hey, can we do X, Y, and Z? And he'll basically say, no, we can't because it's an SEC violation, which I don't want to hear no. I want you to tell me we can't do it that way, but here's how we can do it. So I spend hours and hours going back and forth with him. Sometimes I'll email him. He'll say, no, it's an SEC violation. I'll say, okay, what if we do it this way? He's like, no, we still can't do that. I'm like, okay, what if we do it this way? He's like, this is the 3rd time I'm telling you no. And my response to that email was, great, I'll call you to discuss. So I never accept no for an answer, and I keep trying, and the determination and perseverance has really paid off to helping me become a millionaire. So the second trait that millionaires all have in common is laser focus. Focus on money and you will make money. Focus on impact and you will make an impact. I personally think it's possible to do both. But in our business, we really do take this very, very seriously. Not only do we only focus on Class B value-add multifamily assets, we narrow our scope so much that we won't underwrite anything under 200 units or under $75 million today. That changes every time we do another deal. We recalibrate and see if we need to be focusing even narrower or if we need to be changing the metrics of our focus. But having that laser focus allows us to really be the best at what we do, and it really gives us a competitive edge to being able to grow our portfolio quickly. The third trait that millionaires share is an appetite for risk. And I can't stress this one enough because the more risk, the more reward. Scientists in Germany say they've found the answer after studying the personality traits of more than 1,000 high wealth people. They concluded that millionaires, particularly self-made ones, are more likely to take risks, are more open-minded, conscientious, and generally more optimistic compared with non-rich people. I have a really great example of the appetite for risk that I take on. So, spoiler alert, I buy Bitcoin. I've been buying it for years, and I even bought it when it was really expensive. And recently it dropped like a rock and went down to like $19,000. And most people would probably get scared and start selling it off. And so what I did was I was like, well, my average cost is pretty high compared to where the price is now. So I bought another Bitcoin, and now I'm like, oh, okay, my Bitcoin average cost is way lower now that I have another one that I bought at 19,000. So either I'm going to lose all of that money or I'm going to make a whole bunch of money if Bitcoin does come back up. But I think being able to take on those risks and assess the risk comparative to your portfolio really allows me to grow and take calculated risks, and it multiplies your portfolio. So millionaires definitely have some level of appetite for risk because you have to take them in order to do well. So the jury's still out on whether my Bitcoin risk is going to work out or not, but I'll give you an example of a time where risk really did pay off. In 2020, when COVID had just hit, I had my JV partner call me up and she goes, hey, Veena, we have this asset we really want to buy. It's going to cost us $80 million. We have to raise like $25 million of capital in the middle of COVID when investors were not investing. The world was coming to an end. We didn't know what was going to happen. There were shutdowns everywhere. There were no vaccines. And her and I decided, okay, what's the worst that happens? If we don't go for it, we're not going to trade, and we definitely are not going to make any money. But if we do go for it, and then let's say we have to back out during due diligence, okay, we lost $1 million, $2 million, which sucks and it's painful, and I don't try to do that. But it's, again, the risk reward. So we went for it. We ended up making a ton of money for our investors. We actually almost doubled their money in 19 months. We 1.8x'd in 19 months. So sometimes that risk is worth the reward. And if you don't take that risk on, you're never going to be able to grow your portfolio the way that we've been able to. The fourth trait that millionaires share is decisiveness. Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, wrote, "People who fail to accumulate money without exception have the habit of reaching decisions, if at all, very slowly, and of changing these decisions quickly and often." That is so true. In business, we have opportunities that come up left, right, and center. And being laser focused, we can really get through the ones that don't matter or that won't work for our business model. But the ones that do, we have to make decisions quickly because the world does not wait for us. People who are in business want answers yesterday. Whenever anybody asks me when we need something done, I always say yesterday. So I'm impatient and we make quick decisions. We move forward. We don't look back. If an issue comes up, we cross that bridge when we get there. So we're not always reworking and second guessing ourselves as we're making decisions in business. It's been crucial to being able to continue the ball moving forward. The fifth and final trait that millionaires have in common is being goal-oriented. I can't stress this one enough. There are two main advantages to setting goals. First, setting goals for your life encourages you to develop new skills and it gets you out of your comfort zone. And second, goals set a destination for your efforts. That means you can have a clear plan of where you're trying to go and what you need to do to get there. I always set goals for myself. In fact, one of my first goals was to be a millionaire by the time I was 30. I became a millionaire when I was 26. What do I do then? I can't retire at 26. So I decided to move my goalpost. And I still do this to this day. Every time I hit a goal, I recalibrate and readjust my goals and what I want to do and what I want to accomplish. And as my needs in my life change, my goals change and my focus changes to what's really important to me. Another thing that I will share with you that really helped me in being goal-oriented is writing them down. I still do this to this day. I write down my short and long-term goals. So it's a great, easy way to get started being well on your way to becoming a millionaire. We just talked about 5 skills that millionaires all have in common. I use these goals to start in single family and then scale my way up to multifamily. Now my portfolio, I've transacted on just over $800 million worth of assets. And honestly, you can skip the beginning part that I did and go straight to multifamily. If you want to learn more about what I did and how you can do it too, click the link below. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed learning about the 5 traits that millionaires share, make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and follow my next video.